There are some movies that I can't help but love, and a lot of the time those movies are those coming-of-age type of stories. There's just something about a movie that explores the struggle and the pain of being young, and it just lingers with me. Little Miss Sunshine and The Way, Way Back are both marvelous films that make me want to cry at just the beauty and the pain of being young. Sing Street is that kind of movie, but there's something special about this one for me. This movie, it's just got a hold on me right now, and I haven't felt that from a film in a really, really long time. Sing Street is directed by John Carney, who also directed Once and Begin Again. I saw Once a long time ago, and I really, really loved the soundtrack, and that seems to be a theme for Carney, because he's a director who's really interested in music just as much as he's interested in film. But whereas Once I'd call a good movie, Sing Street is something special. Synopsis time. The film follows Connor, the youngest of 3 siblings, from a household of failing marriages. Among other things, the family can't afford to send Connor to the school that he's been going to, so they have to send him to a new school that is bleak, cold, and threatening. After school one day, Connor notices a girl standing across the street and, decides to start a band just to impress her. Sing Street in many ways is a typical 80s teen movie like The Breakfast Club, in that it really explores teenage life and takes it seriously. Many of the characters in Sing Street are from broken homes and they're subjected to the cruelties of their school environment, but Sing Street, I feel, breaks new ground in the genre because of its music and because of the execution. The music in this movie is amazing, and I'm not a big 80s music fan, but this film does a lot to make a fan out of pretty much anybody. The songs that Connor's band creates, they're wonderful, catchy, they're moving. Like John Carney's Once, the music is slid in the movie pretty effortlessly, with the band playing songs live at times that they would make sense because they're trying to make music videos or they're performing at their school. But I can't express how great these songs are. I mean, they're fun 80s goodness, but with the curtain pulled back a little bit more, and it helps you understand the complexity and the brilliance of that era. Sing Street is also amazing in the way that it explores the way teenagers think of their world. Sing Street gathers up all of the crazy, fantastic, ridiculous, and wonderfully stupid fantasies of high school life, and then orchestrates them amazingly. What will impress a girl I like? I know, let's start a band! How do we deal with the adults? Let's make them look dumb! Yay! Great idea! Normally, I can't stand that kind of stuff, but there's an authenticity and love that Sing Street brings to the screen that makes every new song and fantasy moment feel compelling and triumphant. But what I love the most is summed up in the words of Rafina, that love is happy sad. Throughout the movie, the ideas of hope, freedom, and vitality are all coupled with confusion, despair, and pain. These ideas are explored through the music of the film, but more brilliantly in the relationship between Connor and his older brother, Brendan. And this is where I couldn't keep it together. Brendan is there to help Connor figure out music and lyrics and deeper themes in life, but there's also a sadness and resentment to that character that just breaks your heart. And when the final scene ends and fades out to the words, "For brothers everywhere," the tears just fell. This film is happy sad. I mean, I had a good cry when I watched it, and then I cried all the way to work the next day while I listened to the soundtrack. But even though I was crying, I was happy. Watch Sing Street. It's currently streaming on Netflix, and if you don't have Netflix, it's still worth tracking down. There may be a few moments that don't quite feel earned by the characters because it doesn't really show a realistic portrayal of trying to start a band or dealing with teenage life, but there is a deep truth hidden in that depiction of how art is born of pain. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to see me talk more about movies, over here I've got my Zootopia review, and down here I've got my Logan review, because why not just put up 2 videos that have virtually nothing in common? Anyway, thanks a lot for everything, everybody. Let me know if there's any other movies you want me to check out and want my thoughts on. Till next time, farewell, good people.